The Rockets pulled off a very close win to take a 2-0 lead over the Dallas Mavericks in the first series of the NBA playoffs. And now they'll head over to Dallas to play on the road here for Game 3. And here with me now to talk over his predictions on the game is expert handicapper Dave Golokhov. Dave, as I said before, the Rockets barely scraped a win here in Game 2, but they also did it in classic NBA style. Josh Smith throwing up alley-oops to Dwight Howard for big dunks. And MVP contender James Harden was way off his shooting game once again here in Game 2. But to me, that just proves how dynamic this Rockets team is. They all have something to contribute, but what do you think, Dave? Do the Mavs stand any chance here for Game 3? What do they need to do to start succeeding here in this series?
Well, they need to figure out how to play fourth quarters. Both games have been close heading into the fourth quarter, and both times the Rockets have used a late fourth quarter run to sort of pull away. And I think Dallas needs to figure out what exactly is happening there. But I don't think they will. I mean, watching the game yesterday, this Mavericks team is just completely discombobulated. Rajon Rondo clearly has no interest in playing whatsoever, played just 10 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if he's either suspended or benched completely for game number 4. But at the same time, you see Raymond Felton playing clutch minutes down the stretch for Dallas. Just bizarre stuff. All sorts of weird minutes action for the Mavericks. Guys like Al-Farouq Amino playing 23 minutes. Felton 18. JJ Barea in the 30s. I don't know if Dallas really knows what they're doing here. They have a weird concoction of talent, and they're a little bit directionless right now, especially with Rondo hurting this team's chemistry. So Houston is they're on their game. We haven't seen James Harden play a great game yet, but Mark Cuban definitely took a bite out of he ripped the Houston Rockets bench, and they've showed up. He ripped the team outside of James Harden, and they've shown up in a big way. Especially Corey Brewer and Josh have been fantastic in the first 2 games. So, you've got one rudderless team and one team who's focused, playing with momentum. I would not be betting Dallas in this spot here.
All right, now that's interesting you say that, Dave, because Dallas is the favorite in this one at -1.5 in Game 3. But it sounds like you're still swinging with the Houston Rockets here. So do we have an underdog play for this one, Dave?
I would like to take Dallas. The series is 2-0, and they really need this game. And they're definitely going to play well, I think. But at the end of the day, I think we're going to see the same kind of pattern. Houston's going to hang around. I think Dallas plays with more of the lead because they're at home. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be Houston who comes away with the win. Dallas, the only 2 guys they can really rely on at the offensive end, maybe it's just Monte Ellis. Dirk Nowitzki, just 3 of 14 in Game 2. He looks like he's not able to bang with the big bodies anymore. Whereas Houston, I think they've played well, and they haven't seen a game where James Harden just goes bananas. So if he gets into the 30s, I think Houston can pull away and steal game number 3.
Once again, expert handicapper Dave Golokhov offering up his free picks on Game 3 of the Houston Rockets-Dallas Mavericks first-round series of the NBA playoffs. Don't miss out on more exclusive picks from Dave all week long on all the action going down. And also hit us up on Twitter at SBR Sports Picks. Find us on Facebook at Sportsbook Review. Give us your comments, your questions. We would love to feature you on our next show. And of course, for the best NBA predictions and plays for the postseason, keep it locked right here with us at SBRPicks.com.